Wow.
Please leave. Please leave. I am not okay with this. Please leave my job. I have to go. Now you able to talking to yourself and shit. I don't give a fuck. Womp, womp, womp.
The phone camera shakes slightly as Shantay Butts adjusts it in her car. Bottles of cleaning solution and fresh microfiber cloths fill the passenger seat. It's a normal workday for the owner of Polished by Shea B. Why are you here? Her voice stays steady, professional. I asked you to leave me alone. A man's figure moves closer to her vehicle. She keeps recording. Please, just go. The date stamp reads July 5th, 2025. In exactly 6 days, little Mac Williams would return. This time, her 4 children would watch their mother take her last breath on their living room floor. She followed every rule, made every report, did everything the system told her to do. So why didn't it save her? Tonight, we examine how a successful businesswoman's fight for protection became a timeline of institutional failure. How Facebook videos meant to document harassment became evidence in a murder trial. And how 4 children learned that sometimes calling for help isn't enough. Welcome to True Crime Anatomy. A big thank you to all my incredible subscribers for being part of this community. I pray your families remain safe wherever they may be. And if you're just joining us, don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and share, because here we bring you the sides of crime stories the media rarely shows you.
Some women, me, I'm putting myself in that category, make it okay for niggas not to be shit. By that, we'll get with somebody who we know ain't shit, right? Just go through the motions, you know, just being in our relationship because we so happy that somebody love us. But we can just love ourselves if that makes sense. Take care of the household, do what we gotta do, because in reality, we just not feeling like we housing a nigga. But in reality, we housing a nigga. And from the outside looking in, it looked like he's helping or contributing because your life is still going on the same way. Reality, you up in that bitch screaming to the top of your lungs because every time you turn around, the bill keep flying.
Shantay Butts, known to everyone as Shay, was born and raised in Belglade, Florida. 31 years in the same community where sugarcane fields stretched to the horizon and everybody knew everybody. The kind of place where your kindergarten teacher still asked about you at the grocery store 20 years later. She attended Glade Central High School, same as Williams, though their paths wouldn't cross meaningfully until years later. She runs a cleaning service business called Polished by Shea B. By 31, Shantay was a mother of 4, her oldest at 14 already taller than her, the 11-year-old who inherited her organizational skills, the 9-year-old artist who designed the Polished by Shea B logo, the 6-year-old baby of the family, the one she shared with Williams. Shay was that mother who showed up, recalls her cousin. Every school event, every game, running on 3 hours of sleep but still there with snacks for the whole team. Belglade knew her as Shay, the woman who refused to let circumstances define her children's futures. In Shantay's case, it wasn't just survival, it was proof. Proof that Belglade statistics didn't define you, that single mothers could be entrepreneurs, that starting with nothing didn't mean ending with nothing. She was building more than a cleaning business. She was building a legacy. Until July 11th, 2025, when little Mac Williams decided she'd built enough. 2 miles away, little Mac Williams ran his clippers through another customer's hair at his barber station. 45 years old, known for his steady hands and smooth conversation, the kind of barber who remembered your kids' names and asked about your job. His story started at Glade Central High School. The 1997 yearbook shows a different man, slim, bright-eyed, captioned, most likely to succeed. By 2014, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office had a different kind of photo collection. Booking number 2014-0456. Charge, felony battery. The victim from that case told deputies Williams had seemed perfect at first, brought flowers, fixed her car, good with her children. The violence came later, always later. Court records paint a pattern across Palm Beach County. Different women, different addresses, same progression. Meet, charm, move in, control. Attack, arrest, repeat. 2014, arrested for battery. Victim showed a 5-centimeter hematoma on her forehead. 2015, trespassing conviction. 59 days in jail. 2023, domestic battery. 2 days served. Another charges again, probation violation. Brief detention. Each woman thought she was different. Each believed her love could change him. Each learned the truth through bruises and police reports. By 2024, Williams had moved into Shantay's home on State Road 715. Not just visiting, living there, sharing the space with her and all 4 children. To the outside world, they looked like a blended family. The exact moment Shantay Butts met Little Mac Williams remains undocumented. What court records do show is that they shared something permanent, a child. Their youngest, her 4th. He has children from past relationships. Their relationship began smoothly, filled with love and care, until things took a dark turn. Arguments started, then the violence followed. Eventually, Shantay grew tired and decided to end the relationship, but he refused to let go. The first documented crack appeared on July 9, 2024. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, what's your emergency? I can't breathe. The dispatcher's questions came rapid fire. Address, name, weapon involved. But Shantay Butts could barely speak. Williams had forced his way into her home, put her in a chokehold, kicked her repeatedly while she gasped for air. Her daughter saw everything, watched her mother's face change color, heard the desperate sounds, saw Williams grab Shantay's phone when she tried to call for help. He's choking my mom. The daughter's scream pierced through the house that night. Not a stranger, not an intruder. The man who'd eaten breakfast with them that morning had his hands around their mother's throat. He only ran when the child screamed. Deputies arrived to find bruises already forming on Shantay's neck. The charges seemed substantial: domestic battery by strangulation, felony battery, tampering with a witness, deprivation of 911 communication. Each charge carried potential years in prison. What it meant was simpler. He tried to kill her. The system compressed those years into 66 days. September 2024. Williams walked out of Palm Beach County Jail. Shantay changed the locks and told him he couldn't live there anymore. But Williams still claimed the house as his primary residence. Still showed up like he belonged. By October, he was texting Shantay. By November, driving past her house. By December, showing up at her workplace. Each incident was reported. Each report was filed. Each file was closed with minimal action. January 2025, Williams arrested for violating probation, released again. March 2025, another arrest, another release. May 2025, Shantay changes her locks again, installs security cameras, varies her work routes. The pattern was documented in police files across Belglade. Report, arrest, release, escalate. Why do abusers get second, third, fourth chances? In Williams' case, the answer filled multiple filing cabinets at the Palm Beach County Courthouse. July 2, 2025, 2:17 a.m. The sound of knuckles against glass woke Shantay from sleep. Her bedroom window, Williams' face pressed against it. You missing your firearm? The question hung in the humid Florida air. Shantay knew immediately what he meant. Her car, the glove compartment, the licensed handgun she kept for protection was gone. Open the door, we need to talk. She refused, called 911 instead. Williams vanished before deputies arrived. The report was taken. One more document for the pile. July 4th, Independence Day in Belglade. Families gathered for barbecues. Children played with sparklers. Little Mac Williams spent the holiday differently. Neighbors reported seeing him outside Shantay's home at 3 different times that day. Morning, afternoon, late evening, each time banging on doors and windows, each time leaving before police responded. July 5th arrived with a decision. Shantay drove to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office herself. No more waiting for deputies to arrive. She sat in the station and filed a formal complaint for aggravated stalking. He already strangled me last year, she told the officer. I'm afraid. The deputy took notes, asked about the stolen firearm, promised to investigate. Shantay left with another case number, another promise of protection. That afternoon, she made a different kind of record. Sitting in her car outside her workplace, she pulled out her phone, started recording. Williams approached from across the parking lot. Why are you here? Her voice on the video stays remarkably calm, professional. I asked you to leave me alone. Please, just go.
I am not okay with this. Please leave my job. I have to go.
The video runs for 90 seconds. Williams never enters the frame completely, but his voice carries clearly, demands to talk, refuses to leave, only walks away when Shantay mentions calling police again. She posted it to Facebook with a simple caption, "This has to stop." July 6th, a warrant was finally issued for Williams' arrest. Burglary of a vehicle, grand theft of a firearm, active warrant. Should be considered armed and dangerous. 5 days had passed since the window incident. The warrant sat in the system, waiting to be served. If you were Shantay, what else could you have done? She had called police 5 times in 5 days, filed formal complaints, changed routines, recorded evidence, shared her fear with family and friends. The answer, according to every expert protocol, was nothing. Shantay Butts had done everything right. The system had 5 days to do its part. It wouldn't be enough. 11:45 p.m. The small house on State Road 715 glowed with the blue light of a television screen. Shantay's oldest son sat cross-legged on the living room floor, controller in hand, headset on. His siblings were supposed to be asleep, but the 2 middle children watched from the hallway, arguing quietly about whose turn came next. In the master bedroom, Shantay Butts was still awake, her boyfriend beside her. Another long day of cleaning houses behind them, tomorrow's schedule already planned. The Martinez family at 9, the new client at 2. The first sound was wrong. Not a knock, not the doorbell. Glass breaking. The son pulled off his headset. The game continued on screen. Characters still moving, music still playing. But the house had changed. Everything too quiet, except for footsteps that didn't belong. Then the voice. Clear, familiar, terrifying. "Where's your mama?" Little Mac Williams stood in their living room. 5 days after a warrant for his arrest was issued. 6 days after Shantay's final police report. 66 days after finishing his jail sentence for trying to strangle her. The son's training kicked in, not from any class, but from a childhood of watching his mother navigate danger. He grabbed his younger siblings, pushed them into his room, told them to stay quiet, stay down, don't come out no matter what. His hands shook as he found his phone. 911. 911. What's your emergency? He broke in. He's looking for my mom. The dispatcher heard everything that followed. William's voice growing louder, moving through the house, getting closer to the master bedroom. Where is Shantay? The bedroom door opened. Shantay's boyfriend would later tell investigators he saw Williams enter with the stolen gun already in his hand. The same firearm taken from Shantay's car. The one Williams had asked about through her window 9 days earlier. "I told you don't bring your ass over here." The first shot hit the boyfriend. He survived to testify. The second shot found Shantay. The dispatcher heard it all. The pop of gunfire. Screams. Then worse, the sudden silence from the bedroom while children cried in other rooms. The son stayed on the line. Somehow found words to describe what Williams was wearing, which direction he ran. Every detail that might help catch the man who had just destroyed their world. 11:52 p.m. Deputy Marcus Johnson cruised north on State Road 715, responding to the shots fired call. 7 minutes had passed since the 911 call began. His headlights caught movement 2 blocks from the address. A man walking, not running, walking. Baseball cap low, hands visible, matching the description perfectly. "Sir, stop right there." Little Mac Williams turned around, no surprise on his face, no resistance in his posture. He lowered himself to the asphalt without being asked, placed his hands behind his back, like he'd done this before, like he knew how it would end. "That's him," Deputy Johnson radioed, "suspect in custody."
Survivors of domestic violence are told to speak up, document everything. But for one Belglade mother, even that wasn't enough. Tonight, we're uncovering how her death fits into a larger deadly pattern and why advocates say the system is still falling short. CBS 12's Katie Benty joins us live in the newsroom with that story. Katie?
Liz, Shantay Butts told deputies she was being stalked. She had the video, she filed reports, and just days later, she was shot dead in her home. Shantay Butts was a mother of 4, shot and killed inside her Belgrade home last week. Deputies say it was her son who called 911. The man accused of murdering her, Little Mac Williams, her ex, and the father of her children. Investigators say he also shot her current boyfriend who survived. Court records reveal a decade of abuse across multiple relationships. In 2024, Williams broke into Butts' home, choked her, and took her phone. He was convicted, ordered to stay away, but he came back.
Please leave.
She posted this video to Facebook of what appears to be Williams waiting at her job.
Please leave my job. I have to go.
She told deputies he later stole her gun. Then there's this, a log showing Williams on her doorbell camera more than 20 times in one night.
If law enforcement's being called, it's something's, going on. There's something major that's happened.
On July 5th, deputies issued a warrant for stalking, but he wasn't arrested. 6 days later, she was dead.
The homicide rate is high, especially when someone's trying to leave that abusive situation. That's when they're at the highest risk.
Advocates say survivors often do everything right and still don't make it out.
Safety planning, escape planning, all that's happening right from the minute that we get that phone call.
And it's not just Butts' case. In 2023, a Boynton Beach woman was murdered less than an hour after filing a police report about her ex. Williams is now behind bars, charged with murder, attempted murder, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. But advocates say it's too late for Shantay Butts, and unless something changes, more survivors will die asking for help. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Katie Benty, CBS 12 News.
Back at the house, chaos had replaced silence. Red and blue lights painted the small home. Paramedics rushed past the children still huddled in the back bedroom. The paramedics found Shantay on the bedroom floor. They worked with professional efficiency, but the outcome was already determined. 11:59 p.m., time of death. Her boyfriend was conscious, bleeding but talking. Able to tell deputies what happened, how Williams entered, what he said, how Shantay tried to protect herself in those final seconds. In the back of Deputy Johnson's patrol car, Williams sat quietly. No tears, no explanations, just silence. The gun wasn't on him. It would be found later, discarded between the house and his capture point. But he didn't deny anything, didn't claim innocence, didn't ask what happened. He knew. They all knew. The warrant that should have put him in jail 5 days earlier sat unserved in the system. The protection orders that should have kept him away proved worthless. The woman who did everything right was dead. 4 children were orphans, and little Mac Williams would finally face the consequences he'd avoided for over a decade. Too late for Shantay Butts. Too late for her children. Too late for justice to mean anything more than paperwork and prison time. The investigation into Shantay Butts' murder revealed a system that documented danger but failed to act on it. Detective Maria Santos uncovered 11 years of violence across 4 women, each relationship following an identical pattern. Williams had been arrested multiple times: battery in 2014, trespassing in 2015, domestic violence, and served weeks. The evidence was undeniable. Williams claimed self-defense during his single post-Miranda statement, then stopped talking. But gunpowder residue patterns showed deliberate execution, not struggle. Most damning was the paper trail of Shantay's final week. 5 police reports in 10 days. An active arrest warrant issued July 6th for the stolen firearm, still unserved when Williams killed her on July 11th. The system had 5 days to pick him up. Instead, it gave him time to plan. On July 13th, Williams appeared before Judge Gregory Keyser via video link. Orange jumpsuit, dead eyes. The charges: first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. No bail, no argument from his public defender. In the days after July 11th, Belgrade rallied around 4 orphan children. The community raised $30,000. Churches delivered meals, teachers offered free tutoring. But no amount of charity could fill the void left by a mother who worked 3 jobs to secure their future. Polished by Shay B became a ghost business overnight. The Facebook page frozen on Shantay's final post, "Blessed to serve amazing families. See you all tomorrow." Her cleaning supplies sat untouched in her car. Business cards became memorial keepsakes. The American dream she'd built with her own hands died with her. The statistics painted a damning picture. In Florida, 37% of murdered women die at their partner's hands. 114 in 2024 alone. 52,000 active protection orders, but violations led to arrest only 41% of the time. The gap between arrest warrant and actual arrest averaged 5 days, the exact window in which Shantay died. Today, Shantay Butts' case sits in filing cabinets alongside thousands of others. Women who called 911, who got restraining orders, who followed every rule, who died anyway. Her story asks a simple question. How many must die before protect and serve means something? Share your thoughts below. How can we better protect domestic violence victims? What would you change about the system? Have you or someone you know faced similar failures? Thank you for watching. Coming up tomorrow on True Crime Anatomy, a heartbreaking case so intense, it brought a judge to tears. Don't miss it. Subscribe, like, and share now. If you or someone you know needs help, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233. Available 24 hours, every day. Because unlike police response times, violence doesn't wait. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and never stop demanding better from those sworn to protect and serve.